tells itself.
Everybody knows. Boxing's seen some wonderful, legendary clashes over the years, and this one, of course, is right up there. Mayweather-Pacquiao, the fight for our generation.
May the 2nd, 2015 is the date fight fans finally get what they want. But you've got to go back to 2007 to see where this great rivalry began.
Mayweather was just too classy, too good.
After Floyd Mayweather beat Britain's Ricky Hatton, the American took a 2-year break from the sport. During that time, Manny Pacquiao arrived as boxing's new pound-for-pound king, beating former Mayweather opponents quicker and more decisively.
Manny Pacquiao stands tall. He is one of the all-time greats.
Mayweather returned to the sport, and the questions began. Would Floyd be willing to risk it all against the Filipino star?
Manny Pacquiao. I thought that would get your attention. It seems that...
I'm going to do the talk because you do too much talk.
The super fight never materialized, and the Pac-Man's winning run was derailed. Timothy Bradley taking a hugely controversial decision, and then Juan Manuel Marquez winning the last fight of their epic 4-fight rivalry.
For all the fans that's out there screaming, Pacquiao, Pacquiao, he still got Marquez problems.
He's just using that alibis to excuse the fight.
The Pac-Man has rebuilt, and Money May is still the king of boxing. So finally, after much hype and long drawn-out negotiations, these two ring legends will square off once and for all.
I want to go out with a bang.
He's claiming that he's #1 pound-for-pound in boxing.
He's not on my level.
I want to feel the punches of #1 pound-for-pound.
Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Let's do it.
Mayweather, Pacquiao is on.
At last!
It's showtime!
Ed, it's taken a long time for this to finally happen. It's not as though it's two unbeaten fighters in the ring. Why is it so big?
I don't think it really matters that Manny Pacquiao's had a few defeats along the way. That's what's kind of defined his legacy, the fact he's been willing to fight anyone. With Mayweather, it's been all about protecting the O, although he has fought good fighters. We just wanted to see this fight so much, and I think boxers need a great rivalry, don't they? I think that's what's one of the problems that Vladimir Klitschko's had during his reign. Maybe Golovkin's going to have the same problem during his reign. It's incredible that we've had two welterweights, probably the two best fighters in the world for the past decade, really, and now, finally, it is on.
You talk about legacy. What about history? Where does this rank going back through the years?
Without a doubt, it's the richest fight in history. We're pretty sure about that, although obviously some things have yet to be decided. It's difficult to kind of rate exactly how big a fight it is. Maybe we're going back to the days of Ali Fraser, Ali Foreman, possibly. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, because the momentum's only going to build. The feeling already is that everybody is interested in the fight, so...
We all are, aren't we? Let's get stateside for the reaction of our American colleague, leading fighter and commentator, Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie, we saw you in December for the Amir Khan fight, and you were the one who predicted this would happen.
Yeah, you know, there was already rumors back then that, you know, they were coming close to finalizing a deal, and, you know, a couple of road bumps, a couple of speed bumps, and on the way to getting it done, but ultimately they did get it done.
As a fighter around this weight class, how special are these two fighters? Not from a fan's point of view, from a fighter's point of view.
You know, I think even from a fighter's point of view, that what they've accomplished will always be the top of the level. A lot of any fighter who gets involved in boxing obviously looks up to guys like this and what they've accomplished and what they've done. And you know, one wants to always try to set their goals and their standards, try to achieve or come close to achieving anything these guys have done. So even from a fighter's point of view, there's a lot of respect. And of course, from the fans' point of view, it's a fight everyone's to look for.
Both multi-weight world champions, of course, the two great fighters of our generation. And it's mean that the HBO and Showtime, the American giants, have to work together. We saw it with Lewis Tyson. It's a rarity, and it's wonderful, isn't it?
When you're trying to make a fight like this, you got to kind of know how to work together, because you can't allow something like the business end of it to block a major fight like this. top.
Vegas. What is the atmosphere going to be like in Vegas when this kicks off?
I can't even imagine what it's going to be like. I don't think I've ever been to a fight of this magnitude. I mean, I've been to huge fights in Vegas, and the atmospheres have been incredible, tremendous. But, you know, like I said, a fight like this comes along once every few generations. So even I'm excited to see what exactly will be the atmosphere and how crazy it's going to be. I can't even imagine it, really, but I'm excited, and I can't wait for it to get here.
Now, I've got to ask you this question. Everybody gets asked the question. What's your prediction, Paulie? I got Floyd Mayweather. I think he's too multifaceted, multi-talented. He's got too many weapons for Pacquiao. But, you know, I'm hoping at least that we get a good fight out of it, you know, because, you know, every generation you get one of these kind of fights once a generation, and it's the fight of the generation, and people can't wait for it to happen. And sometimes it's a great fight. Sometimes it's an Ali Frazier. Sometimes it's a... Hearns, the Hoya vs. Trinidad kind of fight, where it was a fight of the generation, but it didn't really live up to the tremendous hype that it was supposed to, you know. So you hope that you get a great fight out of it. I'm picking Floyd Mayweather. I'm hoping Manny Pacquiao brings something to the table that will give us an amazing fight, though.
You've got 9 weeks to change your mind. We'll be talking more, Paulie. See you soon.
I don't think I'll be changing my mind.
Take care. Bye now. Thanks to Paulie. Ed, what are the facts, the real facts that we know about this mega match?
Well, first of all, we know for certain, like the Tyson-Lewis fight 13 years ago, that Jimmy Lennon Jr. and Michael Buffer are going to share duties on the night because Showtime and HBO are working together again. The purse will apparently be split 60-40 in Mayweather's favour. There was some talk a few years ago of them looking at 50-50 purse split, but Pacquiao did those couple of losses, one controversial against Timothy Bradley, which he avenged. The early odds favour Mayweather, as we'd expect. He's 2-5, Pacquiao 5-2, although the odds are starting to come in for Manny. That might just mean that he's getting a lot of backing from the Filipino community. We expect a record $40 million live gate from the MGM Grand.
40 million?
40 million. It was 20 million, I think, for Canelo Alvarez against Mayweather, just to put the fight into context. Although very few of those tickets will actually go on general release, maybe none at all. And a lot of them are going to go on the black market for a lot more money, as Paulie Malignaggi said. I've had no invite whatsoever. I'm checking all the time.
Have you an idea of prices of tickets yet?
No, but it's going to go crazy. Whatever happens is going to go crazy because supply and demand. We know the WBC, WBA and WBO welterweight titles are going to be on the line. Obviously, Keith Thurman's got another version of the WBA belt. Kell Brook's also IBF champion, but this is as near as you can get to the undisputed welterweight title. Really, the best fighter in the sport is the title on the line. I think the WBC are going to make an extra special belt for the occasion. And they're each going to choose their own. Yeah, they're each going to choose their own preferred brand of gloves. That'll be Grant for Floyd and Ray's for Manny. They're the puncher's gloves, aren't they? So that takes me to this week's question of the week. We've had the Thriller in Manila, the Rumble in the Jungle, the Brawl in Montreal, and the War at the Shore. So what would your tagline be for the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight?
Interesting one. One man knows Mayweather and Pacquiao better than most. Britain's modern great Ricky Hatton, who's with our own Andy Scott.
Well, I don't think boxing fans are going to get tired anytime soon of hearing it. Finally, it's on. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao will meet on May 2nd. And who better to talk us through the fight than a man that shared the ring with both fighters? Ricky, the boxing fan in you must be delighted that the fight's finally happening.
I am, yeah. You know, obviously, everyone knows me for being a boxer, but if I wasn't a boxer, I would be a boxing fan. You know, and even when I've been over there many, many times fighting, I've gone over there numerous occasions to watch all the big fights, and they don't get much better than this one. I think everyone in boxing is excited about it. None more than me probably more than most, having shared the ring with both of them. But it's a fight that needed to happen for boxing. You know, you can't have two fighters, you know, in the same weight division that are going to go down as two of the greatest men in boxing history. You know, Manny Pacquiao, a 7-weight world champion, Mayweather, 5-weight world champion, and they don't end up fighting each other. Boxing can't allow that to happen. So thankfully, maybe it's a little few years too late than it should have been, but thankfully they're going to get it on, and it's right up there with the biggest fights of all time for me. It's your Hagler Hearns, your Leonard Hearns, your Ali Fraziers. Honestly, it's that big a fight.
Break it down for us tactically. Who wins and why?
Well, I think, you know, Floyd is traditionally likes people coming at him. I think when people fly at him, like yours truly and Canelo and people like that, I think he loves that. I think that's what he likes, so he can sit back and pick his opponents off. Big punches is not the people that are going to beat Floyd Mayweather for me. I think, Manny, if he uses the type of tactics he did against Oscar De La Hoya, where he was in, out, fast combinations, you know, because traditionally a shoulder roll style, you like people coming at you. I think if Manny went on the move and used his speed and his hand speed and his combinations, it'd be very hard to cut the ring down, and it's very hard to cut the ring down and use that shoulder roll style because it's made defensively for people coming at you. I think the person that is going to beat Floyd Mayweather is somebody that has as much speed as him, which Manny's got, and someone who backs off where, for a change, Floyd has to be the hunter.
Just try and put us in their shoes. What's it going to be like when fight week arrives and all the hype has swirled around and it's finally the week of the fight and fight time itself?
It's going to be massive. It's going to be one of the biggest fights in history. You know, I feel sorry for anyone who the ticket prices will be astronomical. I mean, and getting hold of one will be even harder. But, you know, fight fans are going to flock to Vegas. I think people, British people actually, when I fought Floyd Mayweather, even if they didn't have a ticket, they just wanted to be there to say that they were there. You know, when I fought Floyd, and it's going to be the same for Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. It's going to be one of the biggest fights of all time. And people, even if they haven't got a ticket, they'll just want to be there. They want to be at the weigh-in or seeing it on a big screen or just in the hotel, soaking up the atmosphere of the fans, you know, coming in and out. So I think, you know, I think it'd be bedlam. It'd be something else.
You're going to hope to be there. I'm going to hope to be there. Adam and Johnny, let me have a ticket. It's the hottest ticket in sport, the golden ticket. And May 2nd, it's not far away.
It's like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Have you got Andy's ticket?
I'm too busy. I might be boxing on the card.
You can box on the card just to get in.
Somebody might let me in. You never know.
Not to watch you box.
Ricky.
It's the oldest trick, isn't it? Turning up with a bag to a venue and
a bucket.
looking like you're boxing.
Boy, stop it! Ricky was very sharp in how he looked at how this fight turned out.
Well, very interesting views, because he thinks that Manny Pacquiao might move and box, which goes against conventional wisdom. Most people think the reason he gives Mayweather trouble is because he throws so many punches, so many combinations, and he's a southpaw. Mayweather has struggled with southpaws in the past.
Yeah, fascinating insight there. Another fighting superstar who shared the ring with both men is Juan Manuel Marquez.
I think Mayweather is very smart. He has speed. He has a very... He doing very good counter punches. It's a tough fight for Manny, but Manny has speed. He has power in his punch. It's a great fight. Floyd Mayweather is a great fighter. He has a great defense, but Manny Pacquiao is very speed. He has power. Many people see a great fight.
Well, that four-fight thriller, Marquez and Pacquiao, but the Mayweather-Marquez fight was a masterclass, guys, wasn't it?
It was. He was absolutely punch perfect, although in fairness to Marquez, he'd only just moved up to welterweight.
Yeah,
and by the time he actually knocked out Pacquiao in the fourth fight of their great series, and don't forget that Manny had him in some serious trouble before that, he definitely filled out into the weight.
Marquez was non-committal in how he thought the fight would turn out, but his trainer, I don't know what to say. Yeah,
Nacho Beristain one of the few people who's gone out on a limb, a Hall of Fame trainer, and said that he is convinced that Pacquiao's going to win. He should know, but a lot of people do say that the one person who's given Pacquiao problems throughout his career in that four-fight rivalry is a sharp counterpuncher in Marquez, and that's exactly what Floyd Mayweather is.
You went for Pacquiao, didn't you, on Sky Sports News today? You've nailed your colours pretty early.
I think his pace is enough. Is Mayweather sharp enough? You know, he says that a sharp boxer could do it. Could he? We never know. He might be over the hill.
Much more Mayweather-Pacquiao talk over the coming weeks. After the break, we look back at our British...